What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing actually one of my own games, because this game was too cool. This game was too fun. This is another game where I was playing, and for like the back half of it, Demacian Raptor was in the call yapping at me while I played it, and it was a cool line that was played, a cool variation of a very strong comp, and just a very cool Augment synergy that I think is... I mean, it's been talked about before, but I don't think it's super common knowledge. So start off here with the 2/2 cost drop. I'm really not that excited about most of these. I mean, Skarner I actually do kind of like as an early game unit. He's just kind of a beast here. And then up to the second I see this tier, just to sell the vein. I also see this Shyvana 2 in shop, and I'm pretty sure it's just a bait. I don't really like Techie Opener very much. If Techie or Nitro were better, then maybe I would be more excited about this, but they're not that great. So I'm actually just not going to buy the Shyvana here, and I'm actually going to full make 10 gold here when I get this orb drop here, because a lot of these units aren't really going to be played. I have a very straightforward board I can play here. I can just play Kog'Maw plus Boombot plus Vanguard plus Rapid Fire with a Kindred here, and I can play that while still making 10, so I might as well. All right, first Augment here. We have Wandering Trainer, Slammin, and Portable Forge. Yeah, I mean, I think Wandering Trainer and Portable are both pretty reasonable in this spot, but I'm actually like super down to just take a Slammin here in this position, just because like I'm going to... Already in this spot, I have a lot of econ. I have this, like, I know I'm going to get to level 8 incredibly quickly this game with this setup, and so I'm just excited for that. And then I hit Kog'Maw 2. I do a quick scout of lobby because this is Urgot Portal. So we are getting an Artifact Anvil to start off the game here, and I get Spectral Cutlass, Blighting Jewel, Gold Collector, Mogul's Mail. So Mogul's Mail you can kind of just cross off. This is just not a very good option, so probably never taking that. Spectral Cutlass is fantastic into Nefiri setups, but don't really have the spot to play Nefiri. Blighting Jewel, really good to play into like Fiddlestick setups, and I do have Tier for that, but I actually like the Gold Collector just straight up the most here. I really like Gold Collector in the spot with a Kog'Maw too, because I know this Kog'Maw is actually going to get a lot of kills off, and I was kind of stuck here between, like, should I just make a Renans here, or should I just make an Adaptive Helm here? I end up just opting to make Adaptive Helm here. Skarner feels good to itemize, and this leaves Bo open for better stuff on a Cog. The dream would be like a Gwynsu's for him in the early game. So this is what I end up doing, and this is going to be my board for the next, few rounds, basically. But yeah, I mean, the spot is nice. We have Econ Augment here. Obviously, we had to make a Slam there because we have Slammin. Don't really want to just slam all components. And I mean, with Gold Collector, you want to be playing a strong opener. And this Cog is actually not a bad Gold Collector user. He's doing a lot of consistent damage, so he's doing a good job at proccing it. You want a unit that's going to, keep doing that continuous amount of damage so that he can, proc, if there was like a unit like a Malzahar, like Malzahar's E from League of Legends, you'd love Gold Collector on them, minus the part where it doesn't give great AP stats. And yeah, actually farm enough gold here where I can make 20. So you can see we are really accelerated in this opener here. And I'm also like, you know what? If any of these fights are going to be swung by level, I am just going to level up here. I don't actually have another synergy to fit on this board, but I can just fit double Skarner here, which is pretty nice. It's another Vanguard and, Boombot, and I still get to make 20 here, so I'm like, you know what, might as well level here. I actually rotate into this guy who I don't actually remember what this guy places, but he is Fishbones Vagar, which is in some ways really good because he can just randomly one-tap your backline, but it's also bad because like it has no damage right now. He needs to get to real items. But yeah, first Keller Cell here is actually the one with like 14 units on it, or 15 units, something like that. It's actually pretty fortunate for me because I am last pick, so I get good odds of just taking something randomly solid here, and I do just grab the Rod here. I was between Rod and Bow here because there was a Bow Draven, which would have actually been 4 Rapid Fire, which would have been kind of nice. I think I would have taken that if given the opportunity. But I mean, the Gwynsu is just such an insane amount of tempo. Gwynsu is just Kog'Maw's best item. I mean, think of this Kog'Maw exactly the same as last set Automata Kog'Maw, except this is AD instead of AP. And so Gwynsu is just a very good item. It's a little bit different, as I've talked about before, because this Kog'Maw doesn't infinitely stack up. So it's actually like Gwynsu's a little bit worse, but from a tempo perspective, Gwynsu's fantastic slam here. So we end up just randomly holding the Vex here. I'm thinking like, I mean, maybe I could throw this in for the Divinicore value, but honestly, I was really just thinking like, maybe I'll like deny a Vex player out there, and I'm like scouting the lobby, like, are there any Vex players I'm gonna deny? And like, I don't know what the answer is. But yeah, I mean, in this spot, honestly, I have a really good line just to play Vanguard Marksman. I do see this person here is definitely angling Vanguard Marksman with just like the super attack speed setup, the mittens plus the Gwinsus plus the pumping up, which honestly sounds like a little bit too much attack speed, but I mean, I guess we'll see where they end up going. I do want to actually hold on to these bruisers here because I'm like, there's actually decent odds. Like, imagine I get like a Jarvan plus a Mundo 2, then all of a sudden my board very easily becomes, you know, you just play the Jarvan, the two bruisers, and like you're in a good spot. But yeah, you can see right now I have team plannered out Vanguard Marksman because I'm thinking that's what I'm actually going to play from this spot. I mean, seems fine to me. But yeah, want to hold on to these other units here. Want to make sure that we hold everything. Our items here actually, I believe, work out pretty well as well. And we get a gold drop here, which starts to just insanely accelerate this game. I mean, I have to make slams in this spot, and I do think I have two very easy slams here. I have the Redemption, the Gunblade, I guess I was thinking of another healing item. And then I was like kind of unsure on the Gargoyle here, but then I'm like, well, like if slamming Gargoyle is going to win me a fight, then I should make it. And it's got really good synergy with the Gunblade. The Gunblade is going to heal up this Gargoyle unit and make the Armor Namar go further. And I mean, look at this fight, right? This could very well have been a Gargoyle diff here. So I like making that. All right. Second augment here, health is wealth, glass cannon, climb the ladder. I mean, what I was thinking from this perspective is that I was just going to play a Vanguard Marksman game. I don't really love any of these that much. And I roll into cloning facility, which I still don't love that much either. I just got a DM on League, but I mean, I'll check it after the game. But yeah, I don't love cloning facility that much, but I do think it's my best option out of these. I don't really want to take all this other stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, double econ here. Honestly, in hindsight, I could have just taken Raining Gold here, and this would have guaranteed that I make it to 9 this game. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to close out of League of Legends. So wait, it's not even. I can't even. Oh, because I'm full screen here. All right, who's DMing me? You're unfriended. Oh. Well, this is actually a very nice message. Shout out to Gendex. Sub-Zero, thank you so much for the videos. Finally hit Chal after 3 years. Okay, I mean, that's actually that's a very kind message. Okay. Well, in any case, I end up taking this not climb the ladder, but the cloning facility. And this is where the game gets a little bit more interesting. I mean, first of all, I can just push level 7 here. I'm making 40 gold. So the spot is fantastic. And I can actually roll a little bit here. And I do want to roll, right? I'm Skarner paired up here. I also am one off of hitting 4 rapid fire on this board as well. And so I think you basically have to roll in this spot. I find the Vayne 2 and like think about it for a while, but then I just kind of come to the conclusion of like, okay, how am I actually going to play this Vayne 2? And so I say, you know what? Who cares about the Vaynes? I'm just going to play this board here. I'm going to play the Jinx for Marksman, and I'm going to play the 2 Bruiser for 2 Bruiser, and this is going to be my setup. And then I'm going to dupe the Skarner. The kind of funny thing is I am backlining the Skarner for adaptive helm value, but I mean, I got to dupe the Skarner too. So this is what we end up doing. And I mean, this ends up being actually a very, very close fight that the Kog'Maw ends up winning, and you can start to see in this spot, like, as we continue to win fights. Also, I find this Xayah here, I don't play it yet. I end up eventually playing it because I do have 4 marksmen right now if I want to play it, but I'm kind of thinking like, I mean, the problem is I don't actually have a really good Gwinsu holder in 4 marksmen. Like, I'd definitely rather just have 4 rapid fire here and then just item hold the Kog'Maw. But 4 marksmen is a lot of AD, which obviously synergizes really well with Gwinsu, really well, I mean, with the Gunblade as well. So yeah, it's something to think about. But I mean, for now, this is my board I'm win streaking, and my Cog is like a genius, by the way, with this collector. He's just farming. So we end up winning this fight as well. 100 HP, 8 streak, and I mean, the spot's fantastic, obviously. And as we continue to win, I think it becomes more and more obvious, like, wait, like, I probably shouldn't just play a Vanguard Marksman spot from here. This is the spot that, you know, we've been VOD reviewing all the past week, this, you know, Boombot spot. And so I don't know when actually I put it just straight up into the planner here, but I mean, I'm level 8 here, 20 gold, and I could probably make 30 this round. I don't know if I do. I'm trying to figure out like, okay, how do I actually fit Boombot back in by playing 4 marksmen? And I think the answer is just I don't. So I'm just going to do this and move the items over to Xayah and say, you know what? Xayah is not the best Gwinsu holder in the world, but she's fine. And then I have to slam the sword for slamming value. So yeah. But yeah, I'm going to sit on this board here. Xayah, a great collector holder, so, you know, she gets to hold on to this, and I farm a little bit more gold I could actually make here. Yeah, I do actually make the call just to make 30 here, because why not? I don't need a lot of this stuff. And yeah, I'm 100 HP, giga win streaking. The spot's amazing. So yeah, I mean, I think we can very well play stuff from here. And here is where the game actually... you know, we moved to an even more interesting idea, because I mean, I think normally we could just play a straight up like regular game from this spot. We could just play the Boombot comp. I mean, it'd be a cool Fast 9 game, but like we could just, you know, play the standard version, the 4 Boombot for Bruiser version. But we get this Aurora in shop, and honestly, I wasn't thinking that much of it. But Demosthenes Raptor, I mean, shout out to him for like basically being like, you have to hold this Aurora. I do end up holding the Aurora. And what's the reasoning behind holding Aurora? Well, we have cloning facility in this spot. And if you guys haven't played this interaction, Aurora cloning facility, both Auroras cast. So you dupe the Aurora and you actually pull 2 units in off bench. So it's almost like illegal to not play Aurora when you have this setup, when you have cloning facility, just because, yeah, I mean, you have to play it essentially. And so we do. Well, I don't think we actually play it for the next few rounds. We also get God of the Net here, pop this open here. This can open up into Innervating Locket, which is just a great item for the our tank later, whatever that ends up being. And yeah, I do end up actually just cutting Vanguard here for the Garen, though I think eventually Raptor flames me for not just like playing a slightly better board. Item-wise here, kind of wanted some tank items, but I guess I have some. I basically have to make Deathblade JG here, just because like, well, I mean, Deathblade's a good AD item. The JG is going to be a good Aurora item, and I need to make slams for slamming. So Deathblade JG, good enough here in this spot. We finally take a loss here, but that's fine. I mean, we know we're going 9 from this spot. Last augment here. I actually really like just rolling for days lineup in this spot. I mean, not only is lineup really good with all these bruisers that we're playing around, and rolling for days gives us the econ to actually like make it to level 9 and like hit all of our units on level 9, but lineup also interacts positively with the duplicated unit. If you put the duplicated unit in the front 2 rows, you get 2 armor Namar on your board, which is kind of hilarious. So that's the dream eventually, is to actually second row this Aurora dupe and then get there. But you can see we're pulling in 2 whole units here with the Aurora, so it's 2. Raptor kept saying it's 2 fawns. I mean, the augment is like 1 fawn, I guess, if you want to think about that, a force of nature, which is what Tactician's Crown used to be called. But yeah, we get Bruiser mod here, which is just very solid. And I mean, this one is a Raptor special. Honestly, I was just gonna throw this on a Garen, have a decent mod onto Garen, and he's like, no, put it on the Aurora, because this is gonna guarantee that she casts. It's gonna guarantee that the one on the second row casts, because it does actually mod the duped one, which is pretty cool. So now I can actually move up the second Aurora. She's always casting here, and the Auroras are a little bit tankier, so it's kind of a crazy idea, but I kind of love it. Allows me to guarantee move that up, get the lineup value, and just be in a really good spot. So yeah, I mean, the spot's looking good. I'm 67 HP, so I can very easily just sack the next 2 from a full win streak, full win streak into 5 loss here. And here's the other part that I think is really smart is team plannering. We're going to play Morgana on this board. We basically have to. It's Divinicore, it's AP to our entire board, it is Dynamo, it's mana to our entire board. I mean, you basically have an extra open slot because because you're playing the Aurora, you need to play like a unit that actually pairs up with it. And so this is the idea, is that we're actually going to play both here. And now that we have red buff, we can just move these items over to Aurora. She's going to be a better holder of those at this point. And I mean, she's just such a good holder of red buff. So the spot is looking very good. We could level this round, but we really wouldn't have enough gold to hit everything. So I think it's actually like, I mean, I think it makes perfect sense to sack these 2, even though like we are probably going to take pretty bad losses over these next couple of rounds, but it's fine. And every unit we kill is a huge victory here, because I mean, we're super greedy in this spot econ wise. We're even, we're banking our 11 rolls here and just everything in this spot. I also hold the sedge here to get pulled in here. Okay, so this is actually important. We are 1 round away from the Garen God of the Net proc, and so I'm like, I have to fit in Boombot right here. I have to, because if I don't fit Boombot, then I'm losing, potential Boombot God of the Net proc. I also over pump here because I forgot I had Slammin', so I waste a little bit of XP from Slammin', but whatever, it's fine. I just wanted to pre-level here and roll next round because I'm gonna have like 70 gold with a bunch of free rerolls to roll, so I really need to roll next round, honestly, and just try to get to my board from there, get my proc here. Don't get any of them, so I do have to just take Dynamo here. I get this guy in so I can start rolling, and really just roll for what's in the planner here, put the fries in the bag. Like, I just need to roll for this stuff and put together the board. I do find Aurora 2, which is nice here, so that's pretty chill. And I roll it down to like 30 gold here. I do find some Cho'Gaths, which is pretty cool, and so now I have to continue rolling and put the board in, but I also get even more gold here, which is just like, oh god, like I'm trying to figure out. I sell my other bruisers here. I get Koboko in. I play this 4-4 board for now, and then I get this guy back, and I accidentally put another Mordekaiser in, and then finish by not picking this up. But I get most of the board in here. I think I'm playing double Mordekaiser at this point, but honestly, like, not a bad pivot, all things considered. I still have 50 gold to roll because I got all that extra gold, but I won't beat myself up about this pivot. I mean, it's very hard to full pivot your entire board here. Take item here, end up just saying Crown Guard for Koboko, which I mean, good enough here. And now I need to continue rolling here. I want to get Zach in while I roll down here. But actually, yeah, I guess I don't play Zach during, okay, and now I fit Zach back in here. I find the random Sedge here, just to have something to throw in. I mean, this game is kind of hard, but I do finally get a lot of stuff figured out in here. This is actually kind of rough here where I have to do this setup, and I just put the, I mean, like I kind of have to put the adaptive helm on the Koboko too, because I mean, it's a Koboko too, but I mean, I don't really want to be adaptiving this Koboko. I mean, the items get a little bit scuffed here, but I mean, at least this Koboko is kind of a beast, and at least we actually do end up winning this fight. Oh, that's where Tactician goes this game. We do farm the glove here, but when you have Slam, you shouldn't pick that up here. And so, yeah, I just have to play Morgana over Zach is the idea, but while I'm rolling, I should hold the Zach here. Need to roll down for upgrades here. Really need to find Cho'Gath too is the big thing, because now I can actually itemize Cho here, because I do need I need the intervening locket on Cho. It's not gonna do anything on Koboko. Also, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I fat fingered this, but like I mean, let's go back. Okay, actually no, I mean, the gargoyle wasn't even, I mean, it was like on the right side of Koboko, but yes, I definitely mess up here by gargoyling the Koboko here. Definitely should just be gargoyle onto the Cho'Gath here, but I mean, it's fine. I trust in my board. And so now we've gotten to our board. So it's the same, 4 bruiser setup that is normally played, but we're just dropping down to 2 Boombot instead of 4 Boombot, which honestly, like, I wouldn't have been open to had this guy not been yapping and call with me and saying like, yeah, it's fine. Like, you're still going to get a lot of damage out of 2 Boombot. Like, I mean, 4 Boombot feels so core to this version, but getting an Aurora 2 and just Dynamo and Divinicore is so good here. So yeah, I want to just take, I think I mean, I want to take any kind of damage or tank item for the Cho here, but we end up just taking Gunblade because I mean, it's a Koboko item. It's good enough here. And yeah, I mean, we're now going to level 10 in this spot because we've hit all of our 2-star 5 costs. I mean, we've talked about this board infinite. Raptor makes the call like, yeah, you could actually add Vhagar to this board, get Techie plus Cyberboss in. The other thing you can add to this board is Vex. We play around with the idea. This is also a pretty cool setup from this other guy here, Maple, who has this this Yumi with Zanya's plus the Talisman of Ascension. Also, look at the amount of gold that this guy farms you, man. This is 2-star Urgot plus Collector. Actually, just farmed me. I mean, what was the number? 48. It farmed me 17 gold. I mean, this Urgot unit just farms gold. The Collector helps farm gold. I finally find Boombot mod, which is huge here. I love putting this onto Zach, but I mean, you have to put this onto Koboko too for now. And then hopefully the next Boombot mod we get will go onto Zach is the dream. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of strong boards in this lobby. I mean, as there should be. This is a very high cap lobby with the amount of gold that we've been given. Honestly, this guy we're rotating into is probably one of the weakest people in the lobby. He somehow got stuck on 8. We've gotten so much gold that like the entire lobby is going to cap very, very high. So I also need to cap high. I mean, this is why I'm looking at pushing 10 here. I get this extra component here, which is just going to finish off this glove item onto Garen. And I mean, I have level 10 literally start of next stage. I can level 10 6-1 here with, I mean, a decent amount of gold to spare. And we actually get Steadfast here. And my thought was I can move Steadfast over to the Chosif Gath here and just have a real tank item. I could also just make Steadfast onto the Garen and then take a real tank item for Cho'Gath here. So there's actually like a lot of different options that you can go in this spot here. Yeah, I'm going to throw Vex in a planar as well as another thing I can play. Get this, which is another giant orb drop of gold. Get the Zakin. Always have the Zakin while you're rolling down. I mean, we need as many blobs as possible. I'm going to roll a good bit here just for some extra blobs. And I mean, hold on to some Cho'Gaths here for some Cho 3 ideas. Hold on to this other stuff here. Make the Steadfast here. Items are pretty rough. Yeah, I think we end up taking GS here. The idea being I can just GS the Koboko and then move the tank item over to the Chosif Gath, which I actually like a lot here. It makes sense. This Koboko is going to be doing pretty decent damage in these fights. I think in a lot of these fights he actually dealt most damage. So I mean, yeah, the Chobuko is very good here. And also we continue to throw in the Koboko, which is good. So yeah, move the GS here, move the Gargoyle here. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it gets a little bit interesting because, like, I can econ up if I want. I can also roll down here for, like, some kind of 2-stars. There's really not that much for me to roll for here, so I start holding this other stuff to look for my 3-star 5 costs because, like, I mean, actually, this is the game where if there were ever a game to look for a 3-star 5 cost, this would be it, right? I mean, I'm level 10 here at 6-2 with 1 billion gold. My Urgot's farming me 1 billion gold. I'm accidentally picking up items, but it doesn't matter because, like, I don't have, I mean, it's not an issue that I pick up. It's not like I'm going to lose slam in value on the way to level 11. And yeah, I farmed 3. Man, this part's so fun. But yep, we're going to continue to roll down here, ditch the Garen and say, yeah, maybe I can hit Zach. We also, we can also just throw in now 2 stars of these units. I think eventually... yeah, I think it's this round. Yeah, we just say, fuck the Vex. Like, honestly, just play the Zac. We have so many blobs, and like, who really cares that much about Executioner onto our Urgot here? And yeah, I think this is absolutely the correct call here. I mean, the Zac is just gonna do a lot of work, and my extra items can end up eventually like moving on to the Zac here. And yeah, we take Rod here. We get like Gunblade, which is fine, and top 3 is now locked in at this point. Item-wise, off carousel here. Do we take Declaw? Oh yeah, it was either LW or a Declaw, and Raptor was like, you just need tankiness on this board. Who cares about armor? And I'm honestly like getting an item onto this Zac is like way too tempting, so I'm pretty sure this makes a lot of sense. Roll down here. We actually find our 7th Kobuko, which is pretty sick here, and not much else actually. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna roll down to 10 gold here and just see what else I hit. And obviously Zac Blob's really important because this guy is actually finally Giga hit. He's found Yuumi 3, he's found Samira 2, he's got Annie 2. This guy's board is actually very strong, and this fight actually gets kind of scary. Our Cho lasts a really long time, but this Yuumi actually just puts out an insane amount of damage. And yeah, look at this, man. This Yuumi is just unkillable. And so we lose this fight and I go, wait. I am not losing this fight. I'm not going to lose this game. And so Dynamo Mod's like the only takeable one. I hit another Urgot, which is pretty sick. So I continue to roll down here just for more blobs here. And like, okay, you know what? I'm just rolling it to 0 here, seeing whatever we can pick up here. Also really good call here. We remake the Cho'Gath here so that we can move the real tank items over to the Zac here, just because Zac with this many blobs at this point, I don't think we even did a blob check here, but with this many blobs, you have to itemize Zac here. Zac actually, honestly, if you asked me what happened in that fight, I couldn't tell you. Like, there's way too much going on, even in like real time. Obviously, on 2x speed, it's even more incomprehensible. But in real time, I was like, there's no way. But yeah, we are at this point 7 Urgots, 7 Kobukos, 6 Auroras. So next round, I just have to use my gold. I have to roll down for obviously the Zac blobs, and then also for any kind of chance at a 3-star 5 cost. I'm not going to sell board here and look for 3-star 5 cost normally. We do also get way more gold here, so now I have 70 gold to roll. So I'm like, okay, I have to roll here, find a Kobuko, find a Zac, and we are just rolling with these blobs here, picking up the blobs, and just I need to take anything there, so I have bench space here, continuing to roll down here. We roll, and at the last second, the Urgot 3 comes, and just look at him go here, just wait for the cast, and then farms 1 trillion gold and a ton of items, and it's an Urgot 3 win out. Yeah, kind of sad, honestly, that all of this loot ends up just sitting here, because we could have actually seen what we got from the loot, but I'll take my Urgot 3 win. I think that's my first 3-star 5 cost this set, actually. I'm not usually somebody who plays for 3-star 5 cost, but obviously this game got me there. So I don't know, just a fun game. I really liked showing off the Aurora plus the cloning factory setup. I think was just really, it's just such a nice setup, and it's a cool way to show like how you can kind of like flex boards like this, play stuff like the Morgana and the Aurora, and get to a really strong setup and a dub with 3-star 5 cost even. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch for Metafile. All my links down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.